This is not a song. This is an egress fee. "45% of the cloud, that's a thunderstorm. You didn't build the internet, you just fenced the farm. S3 is the silo, EC2 is the pen. Every startup that you host becomes your hen that lays the golden egg, that pays the golden tax. The API is the gate and the gatekeeper never relax. You charge by the gigabyte, you charge by the hour. The meter never stops and the meter is your power. Bezos in the warehouse preaching customer obsession while the workers pissing bottles. That's your true confession. The fulfillment center is the modern coal mine. The algorithm is the foreman. The foreman is the sign that says work harder, work faster, work till you break. The injury rate is triple, but the stock is awake. You bought Whole Foods for the data, bought Ring for the eyes, bought MGM for the content, bought the whole damn skies. The buy box is the fix, the epiate is the shakedown. You take 30% of the sale, then you take the breakdown. The seller pays the referral, pays the raid the storage, pays the architect, the stage the placement, pay the Boston. A $25 product keeps 7 in profit. Then plus Amazon's cut, and the cut is the profit that predicts the margin, that predicts your fall. You don't own the customer, you rent the store. They try multi-cloud, they tried on-prem, they tried Kubernetes, but the control plane is a gem that you polish, that you cut, that you set in the ring. EKS is the hook, and the hook is the fan that keeps them spinning, that keeps them paying. The managed service is the trap, and the trap is the playing field that you own, that you see, that you harvest. The open source is the bait, and the bait is the largest fish in the sea. The enterprise, the whale that you land, that you process, that you sail by the tail. Lambda is the lock, DynamoDB is the key, CloudFormation is the chain, and the chain is free until it isn't, until it breaks, until it costs more to leave than to stay, and to stay is the loss of sovereignty, of data, of the very code that you wrote, that you deployed, that you sold to the platform, to the provider, to the cloud that rains on your parade, that thunders loud. The Egress Fee is the ransom, the Egress is the tease. You pay to get in, you pay more to leave, that's the squeeze. The government contract is the real prize. The get out was the war was the rise of the military. Israel cloud complex, the Pentagon pays the bill, and the bill is the hex that binds the nation, that binds the state to the infrastructure that you own, that you operate. The NSA pays Amazon, the CIA pays too. The intelligence community is the revenue that you wrote the code that you don't disclose. The cloud is classified, and the classified is the dose that keeps you high, that keeps you flying above the law, above the regulation, above the crying. You don't need the cloud, you don't need the cage, you don't need the provider, you don't need the wage of the engineer who maintains the managed mess. The self-hosted stack is the freedom, and the freedom is the yes that you give yourself, that you grant yourself, that you earn. The on-premise is the promise, and the promise is the burn that lights the fire, that lights the way. The local server is the sun, and the sun is the day. The egress fee is the chain, the ingress is the bait. You don't need the cloud when the battle is your fate. No size here, no honesty, participation, engineered logic. That's the altering foundations from the glide to the wet to the planetary mesh. Every node is sovereign, every node is fresh of the vendor. The locked-in extraction, the line RJV deploy these to limit at the sky. RJV builds the mesh, the deterministic net, the form of verification, the mathematically set topology that the self-hosted stack can route upon. The invariant that the packet never drops, never gone. A bug, a leak, a side channel erase. The proof is the firewall is the base that you build on. You trust, you verify with cock, with Isabel, with the eye of the Tyrion Palmer, the SMT solver, the Z3, the CBC5, the revolver that shoots the uncertainty, that shoots the doubt. The vandalist check the check, is the cloud that you wield, you deploy. The deterministic system is the only toy that you need, you deserve. The vandalist future is the future served. Then we mount the volume, we crew the container, we exec the final process. One deterministic frequency, the really holds, the hash holds, the signature holds. The system is the truth told. The Egress Fee is the chain. The metal is the fate. Engineered logic. RJV.